Okay, welcome to the ideation module. So this is the big one. This is where everybody stumbles because they think it's so hard to come up with an idea. That they need to come up with this unique concept. They all can't be Ubers. Those are rare. The Twitters, the Facebooks. I mean, think about the big dogs. There's not that many of them out there, but what there are thousands and thousands of is everything else that's needed. Video creators, video blogger creators, themes for WordPress, countdown timers. I mean, there's a million different things out there that you can get your ideas from. And I'm going to show you a couple of ways, the way that I do it. I think one of the other things that people think about a lot is that well, I've seen this product 1,000 different times. There's so many people out there selling the same product. That's good. If there's no competition, there's no need. So you're basically taking what somebody else has already tried, and then other people followed because there's a market for it. So what I'll do is poke around and kind of see what's selling, and then try to put my own spin on that particular product. Now you want to find the need, obviously, and I'm going to show you kind of what I do to see what the the hot trend is right now, and provide value. So I'm not saying by any means go out there, take a look at a product, and then copy it verbatim. That's that's not really going to get you anywhere. You need to put your own flair to it, whether it's a fresh new design, a fresh way of a user flow, a couple of added features. Maybe you like the product, you've tried the product, but you're like, I wish it did this, did that, did the other thing. We'll build that. You've already got a great place to start, so start there. So a couple of things that I do, and there's really two routes you can go here. It's you can build an application ground up, and we'll go ahead and take a look around and see if we can come up with some ideas right now. Or you can buy an existing code base and then improve on that. So I'll show you kind of where I go to look for those types of products as well. But again, keep in mind, you don't want to, you don't want to reinvent the wheel. You really don't. Competitors are good. Competition is good. That means there's a need. What you need to do is just provide more value, and that value can be added features. It could just be the look and the feel and the usability of the application. That can provide great value. So what I'll do is again, I'm going to just hop over to JVZoo and just take a look at here's the featured products over the past week or two. And again, taking a look at it, it's software, 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 software. So I'll take a look and see, kind of what these hot products are. Video is definitely one of the hot items right now, along with social, anything really social, keyword research, how to drive traffic, through social channels and things like that. So what I'll do is I'll take a look around. I'll kind of see what's there. I'll click on a few of them, kind of see what it does. See if that's something that I might be interested in seeing. If I go, I've used this particular product before, and I really like it, but I wish it did this, or I wish it did that. So go ahead and take a look around and see what it is. Now you may have a unique idea, which is fantastic. At that point, just pull up Google, do a search, see what else is out there. You can also look at it for pricing too. What are these things selling for? How long has it been around? Are they keeping up with this? Most software creators will have release notes as far as the last time that they've pushed an update to something, so you kind of know hey, this must be working if they're continuing development on it and adding new features. So that's kind of one route to go is definitely just take a look around. Look at ClickBank, look at JVZoo, like I'm doing. Again, we were looking at before I think it was the top sellers over the past 30 days, and as I pointed out in the introduction, is a lot of these products, they're software products, but just take a look at what they're doing, and then kind of play off of that. Now the other route you can go is, I had mentioned, is purchasing a code base that's already existing, and there's marketplaces out there for that as well, and it's very inexpensive. For instance, like I just do a Google search for purchase PHP code base. Now again, PHP is the language that I choose to stick with. Number one, it's way cheaper. It's basically open source. hosting is cheaper, the databases are cheaper. Everything that you need, or that your developer is going to need, is going to cost you way less money than something like, the Microsoft version, of .NET. Very expensive to develop, and I just do not suggest going that route. Those overhead costs are going to kill you. So again, I just did a purchase PHP code base search and came up with Code Canyon. So here we go. There are numerous. I mean, look at here, PHP script. Here's all the different types of categories. There's social networking. All different types of areas of software that they're selling. Here's WordPress. I mean, just look at all the choices that we get. Mobile is a very hot item now. I'm sure, as you all know. And building a mobile app is not that expensive. Actually, I think it's a little less expensive than doing traditional software on a desktop. So that's also a route to go. So, take a look at some of the pieces of code. But I found this particular one here. It's called BuzzyBuzz, and it's a newsmaker. It's a social network. And right here, if you look at it, you can get 2 types of licenses and extended. And it tells you that, in a single product, which end users can be charged for. So you can actually charge for this. $130 to buy this thing. Let's just, take a look at what this does. Let's open the demo, and then we'll kind of show you what this thing does. Okay, so I had already signed in, so it's keeping me here. So it's got a little admin area already built out. It doesn't have to be, sexy or hard. I mean, this is an admin area. It's not what the user is going to see. So what it looks like is that you can basically create these loading effects. So if you look at, let's go demo 1. There, see how that's kind of coming in and it's fading in. Take a look at another one. There's kind of a pop-up there. All right, so this is giving you, looks like 6 or 8 different types of, wow, that's kind of cool, 8 different types of animations. So that's what this software does, is it creates animations. So folks can upload their images through the, the admin area, which you give them access to, and they can upload their images and they'll load just like this. And this code base is already built for you for $130. Now, most likely you're going to need a developer at some point and a designer. They're going to have to get it up on the hosting platform, especially if you're not technical. But your costs are going to be way down. You're going to want to do some testing on something like this just to make sure everything is solid and that it's working. Looks like he's got some 40 comments and excellent reviews, so it's probably a solid little application. The process that I'm going to show you, hopping back here, to planning, to wireframing, to outsourcing, is really the same. No matter whether you purchase it, you're still going to want to run through these steps just to make sure that you've covered your bases. Now, when you buy an existing code base, these areas are probably going to take a lot less time and be less expensive, obviously. Those are things to consider. And I also wanted to talk about a little bit about the niche that you're in. Software is needed in every niche. My particular niche is internet marketing, which is what you'll kind of see as we go through through the modules. I'll be focusing more on those types of products. But I mean, you could be in the golf niche, and hey, you know what golfers need? They need training videos, right? Okay, well. There may be a professional golfer out there that is created all these videos, which is fine. So now he has a big pile of videos, but no way to actually get it out to the public in a presentable format so that it's mobile friendly and that you can use it on a desktop. But somebody's got to build that software, right? In order for him to market that and get those videos up there for folks to consume. And he's going to want a design. He's going to want branding. It's a great little idea right there. Honestly, create a little application that allows folks to build a video delivery website when they can add their own branding, their own logos, their own headlines, color schemes a little bit. There's a lot of code bases out there that do that, but really that would not be that difficult to build. So, and we'll get more into those steps. Again, this is really just concentrating on the ideation and just trying to come up with that idea. It's really not as difficult as it sounds. There's definitely a need. It really just depends on your niche. And what I would do is kind of search those niches for, what are the 5 top burning questions or needs in that niche, and see how it applies to software. Some of those needs may not, but some will. All it takes is one. To get that idea and then create that piece of software. And really just talking through this now, With the golf example. If you built a delivery system for videos, apply it to any niche, right? It doesn't have to be golf lessons. It could be, how to cook chili. It could be, how to train your dog. It doesn't matter, because in the end, your consumer is going to be the one consuming the platform, not what they're putting in the platform. So again, not that difficult. Use what's out there. JV Zoo is a great one. ClickBank is a great one, just to get ideas. And again, you know, don't reinvent the wheel. Don't go feature happy, but provide value. Don't just take something and then and just regurgitate the exact same thing. It's just not going to work. Your profit is not going to be what you expect. If you go that route, you need to provide something unique with it. And it's just not that difficult to think about those ideas. Bounce them off of a friend, off of somebody in the maybe a techie guy, or somebody in your family is more of a techie guy. Reach out. There's plenty of forums out there for these types of ideas, and to be able to bounce those ideas off of people. So that's about it concludes about ideation. So we're going to have the idea. We're going to find a need. We're going to provide value. We're not going to reinvent the wheel. And we're going to make sure that there's competition. You definitely want to have competition out there. That means that there's a need. So now that we have that idea, now we really kind of need to start planning. And I will kind of go into all of the needs for how we're going to do that.
Hey, it's Keith here. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about how I got my start in product creation and internet marketing. Now, if you've watched the entire 7-part series for the product creation blueprint, and you want to get a little bit more deeper into the subject, which there's still a lot to know and a lot to learn. This is a course that I had taken back in 2015, put out by Mark Thompson of Digital Kickstart, which is pretty much where I got my start from. Now, this is called Seller Kickstart, and it is basically a boot camp, 6-week product creation boot camp, which goes very, very deep into a lot of the subjects that I spoke about in my 7-part series. However, this goes, like I said, much, much deeper, and there's some great tips and some great processes to get you guys started. Now, I used this course back in 2015, and it's been revamped back in February of 2016 with all new content. All the old content is still available and still very pertinent because this is a process that I use and that I was taught that you can use over and over and over again. Just certain things change over the years, as all technology does. So Mark went ahead and updated all this to get some fresh content in there for 2016. So I just wanted to give you a quick kind of walkthrough here and show you, what's in this course. And I just can't say enough about it. Like I said, it's what I used to get started, and it helped me generate in my first year, which would be last year, over $1 million in gross sales from product creation. So again, it's called Seller Kickstart, and what it'll do is, so the first week here is Mark goes a lot into the foundation, the most efficient and strategic ways of creating products and programs, for your target audience. Now, again, you don't really need to know much about product creation, the process. Getting into this is for beginners. It's going to take you from the ideation stage all the way through launching a product, and there's so many little caveats within that process that a deeper look is really the way to go. So that first week is going to take you really into the foundation of product creation. The next module, you're going to go into more market research, knowing the profiles of your audience, looking for that right product, how to create that product, and really just make sure that you make the smart choice in picking which product that you're going to develop, to make sure that the audience is receptive and that there's room in the market for it. Now, Week 3, it basically goes into a much deeper look into product creation. It's basically going to give you it's pretty much the blueprint that I've spoke about in the 7-part series, the product creation blueprint. But we're going to go much, much much deeper into it. So you're going to get a lot of fill in the blank worksheets that'll keep you, ahead of everybody else, get you to get it done a lot faster, as well as a lot of, he talks about a lot of, the things that he's learned, throughout the years. Now, if you guys don't know who Mark is, he's done over 20 million in sales in the past four or 5 years. So he definitely knows. You've probably seen his products out there. So he definitely knows, this process and how to use it. So the next one there is they're going to go into the marketing funnels and optimization. Mark's become pretty much one of the leading experts in funnel creation. For years he was building products and really not putting any kind of funnel in place, and realized he's just leaving money on the table. So he really started to get into the study of funnels, a lot of testing, a lot of A/B testing, which he's going to go into in this course as well, and kind of show you what worked and what didn't, and how he really increased his sales, exponentially by adding the correct funnels behind his products. After that, you're going to go into product marketing and the promotion, kind of how to get this product out into the market, especially if you're new, how to connect with people that can help you out. There's a big network of folks out there that will help on your product launches. So he'll go into that. Now, and also, once you kind of get you get into it, you get your first product out there, it's going to show you how to scale. Because as you have, more and more product, it's exponentially more, more to take care of. So he's going to show you, how to use virtual assistants to take care of the majority of that, handle your support desks. There's so many things that he goes into in this course. I really can't get into all of them here. But come over here and take a look at what he has to offer. There should be a link on the video here that will take you over to this page, and you can do a little bit more research. Now, along with this course, you're also going to get a ton of bonuses. Basically shows you how his office is set up, what kind of software he's using, what kind of hardware he's using, his equipment list, the preferred service provider Rolodex. It's taken years to kind of get these preferred service providers. Get this big list together. So he's going to share that with you. He's going to give you exact landing page templates, split test results, support, which is a big one, on how to handle the support of your products, and how you can do that, basically with some virtual assistants for a very, very low cost. As well as a physical product supplier list, if that's what you're into, and fill in the blank email sequences. So it's quite a course that is packed with just hours and hours of content, and he takes you step by step, each of the steps in this process to make sure that you're successful. So if it's something that you're really interested in learning more about product creation, I couldn't stress more. This is the program you're going to want to get into. So go ahead and take a look at this, and we'll see you on the inside.